Welcome to the Fiberon Cityside Railing Installation Guide. In this video, you'll learn how easy it is to add beauty and functionality to your outdoor living space with Cityside Railing. Before you purchase your railing, create a plan to ensure you get the correct parts. For help, find a Fiberon dealer or get expert guidance through our Weekend Warrior program. Keep in mind that this video is meant as general guidance. It is your responsibility to comply with all codes and regulations. Review the complete print instructions on fiberondecking.com before beginning. To complete the project, you will need the following tools. Let's review the Cityside Railing components. Cityside Railing is sold in traditional and contemporary profiles that cannot be used interchangeably. Line brackets attach railing to posts in straight, level sections. These are pre-installed on-end line and corner posts. Stair brackets attach railing to posts in straight sections and adjust to match stair slopes. Angle brackets attach railing to posts in straight sections and adjust to match non-square decks. Line, angle, and stair brackets can also be installed on existing posts and structures. Stair posts, also called blank posts, come without any pre-installed brackets. End posts have pre-installed line brackets on one side. Line posts have pre-installed line brackets on opposite sides. Corner posts have pre-installed line brackets on adjacent sides. Top rails connect two posts at the top of a railing section. Bottom rails connect two posts at the bottom of a railing section. Balusters fill the space between top and bottom rails. Spacers are placed in the top rail to lock balusters into place. Crush blocks are installed under the bottom rail for support. Drink rail post adapters replace the standard top caps for drink rail installation. Drink rail V brackets connect deck boards to the top rail. To install the posts, position posts at an equal interval along the outside of your deck. Posts require at least 4 inches of blocking depth underneath the deck boards. Secure additional blocking if necessary. Once in position, mark the base plate holes. Remove the post and drill 4 holes using a 3/8 inch by 6 inch bit. Return the post and loosely secure each of the 4 holes with a 5/16 inch bolt and a washer above the deck, and 2 large fender washers and a hex nut below the deck. Tighten the bolts so their heads are about 1 inch above the base plate. The posts should be loose enough to tilt. Before measuring your rails, ensure all posts are plumb. Using the bottom line bracket as a guide, measure the distance between each post, then subtract 5/8 of an inch from your measurement. Mark the top rail and cut to your measurement. Align the bottom rail with the cut top rail so that, once cut, the outermost baluster holes will be equally distant from the respective post. Mark each end of the bottom rail and cut to match the length of the top rail. Tilt back the post and slide the bottom rail into the line bracket. Repeat on the other post and again for the top rail. Before you secure the railing or posts, measure, cut, and place all other railing sections. If you are going to install railing lighting, now is the ideal time to run wiring. Tighten the post bolts, ensuring the posts are secure and plumb. Secure the top rail with 2 self-tapping number 10 by 3/4 inch screws in the pre-drilled holes on the bottom of the bracket. We'll just call these self-tapping screws for the rest of the video. Secure the bottom rail with 2 more screws through the sides of the bracket. Center the crush block under the bottom rail, secure with self-tapping screws. Drill 3 drain holes into evenly spaced baluster holes with a 1/4 inch drill bit. Starting at one end, place a baluster into the baluster hole and slide it into the top rail channel until it is plumb. Measure the distance between the post and the baluster and cut the spacer to size. Snap the cut spacer into the top rail channel. Then snap a second, uncut spacer on the other side of the baluster. Continue down the rail placing balusters and spacers until there are 4 baluster holes left. Push spacers firmly against each baluster so they are secure and plumb. Insert and slide the last 4 balusters into place before installing any spacers. Install 3 of the spacers. Then measure and cut the last spacer to fit between the last baluster and the post. Once your project is complete, install base plate covers by snapping the 2 halves together around each post. To install an angled section, measure 2 1/8 inches from the deck surface up the side of the post and mark with a horizontal line. Position the bottom angle bracket by aligning the bottom of the back plate with a horizontal line. Ensure the pre-drilled holes are side by side. Ensure that the back plate is level and centered, then secure with 2 self-tapping screws. For 36-inch rail height, measure 30 1/8 inches from the top of the back plate up the side of the post and mark with a horizontal line. For 42-inch rail height, measure 36 1/8 inches. Position the top angle bracket by aligning the bottom of the back plate with the horizontal line. Ensure that the bracket is level and centered, then secure with 2 self-tapping screws. Repeat these steps to install brackets on the other post. Loosely attach the rail end caps to all 4 bracket back plates with 2 self-tapping screws each. Measure the distance between the 2 bottom brackets, then add 1 3/8 inch to the measurement. Measure and cut the top and bottom rails to your measurement using the method shown in the straight railing section. Insert the top and bottom rails into the bracket end caps. Once in place, tighten the brackets. Secure each post, then secure the top and bottom rails with 8 self-tapping screws. With the posts and rails secured, install the bottom rail crush block, drill drain holes, and install the balusters and base plate covers as shown in the straight railing section. To install a stair section, begin by laying the bottom rail directly on the steps of the stairs against the sides of 2 loosely secured posts. On both posts, mark where the top of the rail intersects with the post. On the upper post, measure 3/8 inch below your mark and draw a horizontal line. On the lower post, measure 3/4 inch above your mark and draw a horizontal line. On each post, position the bottom stair bracket by aligning the top of the back plate with the horizontal line. Ensure the pre-drilled holes are stacked vertically. Ensure that the back plates are level and centered, then secure each with 2 self-tapping screws. For 36-inch rail height, measure 30 1/8 inches from the top of the back plate up the side of the post and mark with a horizontal line. For 42-inch rail height, measure 36 1/8 inches. Position the top stair brackets by aligning the bottom of the backplate with the horizontal line. Ensure that the backplates are level and centered. Then secure each with 2 self-tapping screws. Loosely attach 3 of the 4 rail end caps to the backplates with 2 number 10 by 1/2 inch screws. Do not attach the top bracket on the upper post. Matching the angle of the stairs, measure the distance between the 2 bottom brackets, then add 1 3/8 of an inch to the measurement. Measure and cut the top and bottom rails to your measurement, using the method shown in the straight railing section. Attach and secure the upper post's top stair bracket end cap to the top rail with 2 self-tapping screws. Tilt back the lower post to place the bottom rail and the lower post end of the top rail. Align and secure the upper post end of the top rail to the bracket backplate and secure with number 10 by 1/2 inch screws. Secure the posts and rails, then place and secure the crush block. Place the first baluster so it is plumb. Then measure the distance between it and the inside edge of the bracket end cap. Cut the first spacer to the measurement and snap into place. Continue up the rail, securing each baluster with uncut spacers. Cut and install the last spacer so it fits between the baluster and the bracket end cap. To install the drink rail, begin by removing the top cap from each post using a mallet and a wooden block. Place the drink rail post adapter into the post and pre-drill 2 holes 3/4 of an inch below the top plate on opposite sides with a 1/8 inch drill bit. Secure with 2 self-tapping screws. Find the center of the top rail and pre-drill a 1/8 inch hole in the middle of the rail. Remove any shavings. Place a V-bracket over the holes as shown and secure with 2 self-tapping screws. Evenly space the remaining V-brackets on the rest of the top rail, then pre-drill and secure. Place a full bottom deck board on top of the post. Do not place the ends of boards on V-brackets. Mark appropriate cuts and fastener locations. Cut boards to size and pre-drill with a 1/8 of an inch drill bit. Place the boards into position and secure with number 10 by 1/2 inch wood screws. Use all 12 fasteners in each post and 2 fasteners for each V-bracket. Now your outdoor space is ready for relaxing and hosting with Fiberon Cityside Railing.